Hey, Shalom. First off, give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kadash, the bonds to the apostles, and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are there in truth and in sincerity, women and children who follow. So, as you can see, I got this article. It's from September 18th, 2020. It's about the market of beasts. It says, it's from KCTV News 5. Workers fear humans implanted with microchips will steal their jobs. Okay, so if you don't know, according to the scriptures, the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. It's a microchip that will be implanted in your right hand or in your forehead, and that's coming in the very near future. So we're going to read through this article and break down, pick out the bones and, chew the meat, you know what I'm saying, and get what we can up out of it. So it says, workers worry that in the not too distant future, they will be sidelined by humans implanted with performance enhancing microchips. It says 2/3 of employees believe that in 2035, through the spirit, it said 2/3, because only 1/3 of the nation of Israel is gonna make it, and the 2/3 won't make it. Pretty much, they won't make it through the fire. And whether that's because they blasphemed the Most High, or they took the mark of the beast, or for whatever reason, everybody's not gonna make it on this go around. But it says 2/3 of employees believe that in 2035, humans implanted with with chips implanted in their bodies will have an unfair advantage in the labor market, according to Citrix survey of employees in the United States and Europe that was shared exclusively with CNN Business. And it's true, because they're going to make it so that if you don't take this chip, if you don't ride this wave of the mark of the beast, then you're going to be ostracized. You're going to be excommunicated. You're not going to be able to function in society. If you want a job, well, they're already using forms of it right now, but it's going to go to the chip. Like I always say, when I got to clock into my job, I got to use my fingerprint. A lot of people, when they when they unlock their phone, they either got to use their face or the eye or the fingerprint. Some people get in their cars, based off of, their hands, or, all that's going to go to the beast. If you, even gym memberships, you got to use that finger. Or it's called a country kitchen. At my job, if you want to get a snack, I've been using my card, but, if you want to create an account, you got to scan your finger. Company kitchen, that's what it's called, company kitchen. But, yeah, so if you take that mark, you will have an advantage, because you'll be able to assimilate into society as, Satan wants you to. As as his physical counterpart on the earth, these Edomites, which is the so-called white man, as they want you to, and the elite of the so-called white man. Because these regular everyday, your neighbor, your coworker Edomites, they're gonna be subject to it too. But the high-ranking, high-level Edomites, they're the ones who are planning this. So, yeah, it's true. They will have an advantage. They will be able to clock in. They'll be able to take advantage of all the different, how can I put this, benefits that the so-called white man is going to set up to make it so-called, for lack of a better term, irresistible. Because he's going to give incentive when he creates this mark, this chip, when he ushers it in, should I say. It says that the scripture says that no man may buy or sell. And that's going to be a real defining line and a backbreaker to a lot of people when they can't commerce like they usually do. So let's keep reading. It says, although cyborgs may sound like stuff of science fiction, they could be here before long. Thousands of people in Sweden have inserted microchips in their hands that could one day replace keys and cards. Like I said, they can get indoors with them. Elon Musk recently showed off a working brain implant in pigs made by Neuralink, his brain-computer interface company. So they're already working on this kind of stuff and experimenting on animals with it. Let me read that again. It says Elon Musk recently showed off a working. So he obviously been working on this for a while. If it's functional, a brain implant in pigs. It says, and Cycron, a San Francisco startup funded in part by the U.S. Defense Department, is already testing an implantable wireless device that can stimulate the nervous system from the inside of a blood vessel. And it has been implanted in patients with upper limb paralysis. So basically, like if your arm's not working, or you have a body part that's not working, they can put this chip in you, and the chip from the inside of the body can stimulate the muscles and the whatever it needs it to do to allow you to have movement in that arm. And you mean to tell me people ain't gonna flock to this? Hell, you even got Professor X. If you remember in X-Men, Professor X got hit in the back with a bullet and he was paralyzed. But, when he was taking that stuff, he was able to get up and walk around or whatnot. So, you think people that's paralyzed ain't gonna run to this? So, leaders are consistently more positive about the benefits that technology and AI will bring, while workers are more skeptical and concerned about their own role in a changing world of work. According to Citrix Work 2035, a research study done by the software company whose workspace services helps employees to work from anywhere. Which, Lord's will, it's not 2035. Nobody's trying to be here for that long. But, we are going to endure to the end. So if that's how long it takes, that is how long it takes. It says 77% of business leaders believe that under-the-skin chips and sensors will boost worker performance and productivity by 2035. And I'm glad it said under-the-skin chips. This is go to the scripture, because it says Revelation 13:15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So if you're not going along with their program, they don't have big plans on keeping you around for very long. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, what did it say? It said 77% of business leaders believe that under the skin chips and sensors will boost workers' performance. Under the skin, okay? Let's see if there's anything in here that correlates with under the skin. This is G5480 Charagma. It says a stamp and imprinted mark on the mark of the of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist, a mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, sculpture, graven work, idolatrous images. Okay, it's talking about a cutting in the flesh. Okay, it's getting in there. Let's see if... no, that's not what we're looking for. Slovakia. The word mark is synonymous with the Hebrew word, I believe it's kwai, which means a cutting in the flesh. Let me see. Bear with me here for a second. Okay, so here we go. This is Leviticus 19:28. It says, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord." Okay, and like I said, this is Strong's H7085, kwai. Okay, it says incision, imprintment, tattoo, or mark. Okay, it's an incision. What is an incision? If you're having surgery and they make an incision, that's when they take a scalpel and they cut your flesh open. That's what it's talking about way back in Revelation. Okay, so let's go back over there. It says, "And because of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." Okay, a cutting or incision in their flesh in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, we go ahead and read this last part as well. It says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for is the number of the man, and his number is 636." Okay, let me see if there's any more that I wanted to read on this. It says, "By comparison, just 43% of workers share that positive view on chips." Yeah, so nobody's really looking to get the chip right now because it's not necessary, but in the very near future, it will be necessary. So I'm going to link the article in the description. Anybody that want to check it out, read the rest of it. But with that being said, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Karkadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Salutes and honors to the elect, all the brothers across the four corners who are enduring in truth and in sincerity, the women and children who follow. Shalom.